pointing out that I'm older than you are. And thank each of you for joining us here tonight. Even before I joined Project Home Indy, I knew that teen pregnancy was on the rise in Indiana. And just that trend alone was enough to cause me some concern. But the real numbers behind this trend are even more alarming. In 2006, 10% of the babies born in Indiana were born to girls under the age of 18. Every day in Indiana, 31 teenage girls get pregnant, and 10 of them are under the age of 17. Every day. Now, unplanned teen pregnancy is not a new phenomenon. 42 years ago, my own mother was 18 and on the verge of discovering that she was pregnant and unmarried with me. In the late 60s, she had really just two culturally acceptable choices: get married or give that baby up for adoption. But today, pregnant teens have a lot more choices. And one is to choose to have that child and become a mother. And for those who choose motherhood, it changes their entire future. Teen Parents, as you may know, have become a big hit in the entertainment industry. Juno, the Academy Award-winning film, MTV's 16 and Pregnant, ABC Family even has a show, The Secret Life of the American Teenager. And they all attempt to bring the trials and tribulations of being a teenager and being pregnant into our own living rooms. But statistically, we know that the 9,500 teenagers that gave birth in 2006 in Indiana ended up parenting alone, many of them, without adequate means to support themselves and their children. These families face a bleak future. 2/3 of them will be poor, permanently. Motherhood is the leading cause of high school dropout for teenage girls. Only 40% of mothers who have a child while in school will ever graduate. That's less than half. And nearly 25% of teen moms will have another child within 2 years of giving birth to the first, further adding to their burden. And the economic impact of teen childbirth does not stop in their family. It affects every one of us here too. More than half of all women on welfare gave birth to their first child before the age of 18. And the national campaign to prevent teen pregnancy found that teen childbearing in this state, in Indiana, cost taxpayers $195 million in a single year. But really, the costs of becoming a teen parent are paid most by their children. They are more likely to be born prematurely and at a low birth weight due to the lack of appropriate prenatal care. They are twice as likely to suffer from abuse or neglect during childhood. They are 50% more likely to repeat a grade in school, and they are much less likely to complete high school. Sons of teen moms have twice the likelihood of ending up in prison. And daughters of teen moms, well, they are 3 times more likely to become teen moms themselves. And so the cycle repeats itself. So television may expose some of the challenges unique to teen parents, but in most cases, we see an extended family operating somewhere in the periphery, somewhere in the background, serving as a social net of sorts, a safety net of sorts. The stories that are less often told are those of the girls who have no family structure to rely upon, no home to live in. These are the most vulnerable to bearing out those statistics I just mentioned. I have to believe that the only thing harder than being a pregnant teen is being a homeless pregnant teen. Never mind asking yourself, oh my gosh, how am I going to finish school? You've got to figure out, where am I going to sleep tonight? Where am I going to eat today? And you don't ask, it never enters into your mind anything about prenatal vitamins or ultrasounds. These are luxuries that it doesn't even occur to you to know that you're missing. And these teen moms pass through our community with very little notice, and their invisibility makes it easy for them to fall through the cracks and miss out on the opportunities that exist here in Indianapolis to help them improve their future, as well as their child's future. Project Home Indy was founded to serve those teen moms and their children. We believe that teen moms do have the ability to be self-sufficient. They can care for themselves. They can care for their children. They can become adults who bear out the responsibilities of their lives. But they need coordinated and comprehensive support services and a stable, structured home environment to fully achieve this potential. So steering these families away from a life of intergenerational poverty requires an all-terrain vehicle. And our program relies on 4 critical wheels to move these young families forward: a long-term, stable home environment, comprehensive health care for both mom and child, education and job training opportunities, and a life skills immersion program. We believe that what we are setting out to do is unique in Indiana. Our goals are centered on reversing all the statistics that I shared with you a moment ago. A family may live with us for up to 2 years before transitioning into an independent housing situation. It's our goal that when they leave, they take with them a high school diploma, they're enrolled in a post-secondary training program, education program of some sort, they have a job, and then most importantly, they have the confidence in knowing that they have a plan for themselves, and a plan to live a good life. Those of us involved in Project Home Indy believe we will address a great need that exists in Central Indiana today. Joining us tonight is Wanda Spanrotti. She serves as the Executive Director of the Future Promises Program. Few people in Indianapolis understand the issues faced by teen moms better than Wanda. For more than a decade, she and her staff have worked with pregnant and parenting teens in area high schools. They work to achieve some of the same goals that I mentioned through school-based support groups and individual counseling. Wanda understands that the teens at risk the most are those that lack a family support structure. She is here tonight to share a few stories of real teen moms living in Indianapolis right now, homeless and struggling. Girls whose lives could change because of an organization like Project Home Indy. Please help me welcome her.